let's dive into one of the most powerful, theologically rich narratives in all of Scripture. Genesis chapter 22, the binding of Isaac, known as the Akedah. Now, this isn't just some ancient story, it's a living text that holds the very shape of the gospel within its structure. We're going to explore this sacred account together. And the story opens with this staggering command from God to Abraham. I mean, you just have to feel the crushing weight of these words. Your son. And not just any son, your only son, the son of the promise. And then, as if to drive the point home, God adds Isaac, whom you love. The stakes could not possibly be any higher. You know, for so many people, this story is read as a terrifying test of blind obedience. But what if that's just scratching the surface? What if this story is actually a profound mystery, inviting us to look closer and uncover a truth that redefines everything we thought we knew about God, about sacrifice, about love itself? To find the answer, we first have to see the way the story is built. The narrative isn't just a random sequence of events. It's a prophetic pattern, a kind of blueprint for redemption that unfolds through a series of incredibly deliberate and meaningful details. Look, these details are absolutely not accidental. The language God uses, your only son whom you love, is a direct echo of the Father's own words over Jesus at his baptism. Then you have Isaac, who carries the wood for his own sacrifice up the mountain, just as Christ would later carry his own cross. The journey takes 3 days, a walk through the emotional shadow of death, anticipating the resurrection. And the location, get this, it's Moriah, the very same ridge system where the temple would later be built, and ultimately where Golgotha is found. The text itself is practically shouting at us. It's saying, pay attention. This is what salvation looks like. This is the pattern. This is the shape of redemption. And seeing that pattern brings us to the real heart of the story. The task that Abraham is facing, it's not what it seems to be on the surface at all. So the common reading sees this as a test of obedience, right? But the deeper truth is that it's a test of trust in God's own promise. Think about it. God had already sworn an oath that his covenant would come through Isaac. So if Isaac dies, God's own word fails. The real question isn't, will you obey a command? It's, Abraham, do you trust that I am faithful to my own word, even if I have to raise your son from the dead to keep it? And we know this is the right way to see it because the New Testament tells us so. The book of Hebrews spells out exactly what was going through Abraham's mind. It says, he reasoned that God was able to raise him up even from the dead. Abraham believed God's promise was more powerful than death itself. Okay, so with that understanding firmly in place, let's go back to the top of that mountain and watch the climax of this incredible story unfold. Right at the critical moment, a ram appears, caught in the thicket. And this is so important. That substitutionary sacrifice wasn't some last-minute plan B. It was there the whole time, waiting to be revealed. And this is a brilliant picture of the gospel truth that Christ is the lamb slain from the foundation of the world, a provision that wasn't created in the moment of crisis, but was eternally prepared and then revealed in time. And in response, Abraham names the place Yahweh, yir'eh. Now, this doesn't just mean the Lord provided in the past tense. It's future-facing. It means the Lord will see to it. Abraham isn't just commemorating an event, he's prophesying. He's declaring that on this mountain, God will, in the future, provide the ultimate sacrifice. He's looking ahead all the way to Calvary. This is also the first place where the Bible defines the fear of the Lord by showing it to us in action. And what we see is that it's not terror, it's not cowering. The biblical fear of God is a fierce, stubborn, worshipful trust in his faithfulness to his own promises. It's really the exact opposite of panic. So now let's put all these pieces together because this event reveals something absolutely revolutionary about our relationship with God. Until this moment, the basic understanding of religion and sacrifice was that it moved in one direction, from humanity upward to God. We bring our best. We bring an offering to appease, to worship, to try and get on God's good side. But right here on Mount Moriah, God fundamentally flips the arrow. He flips the whole thing upside down. He shows us that true, ultimate sacrifice doesn't flow from us up to God. It flows from God down to us. He is the one who provides. That's the core message of the angel of the Lord who calls out from heaven. That voice is essentially saying, stop, Abraham. Put down the knife. Your entire understanding of how this works is about to be transformed. You don't provide the sacrifice for you. I do. So you see, the binding of Isaac is so much more than a test of faith. It is a perfect living prophecy. It is the gospel written in history, thousands of years before the cross. In the shadow of what happened on Mount Moriah, we see the very substance of what would be accomplished on Calvary, where God the Father did not spare his only Son, whom he loves, so that he could provide the final, perfect sacrifice for us all.